Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the Denver Broncos.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here now comes the Jets offense, and the man that will be captaining the ship at 6'3", it's Sam Darnold.
Year 3 now of Sam Darnold being the starting quarterback with the New York Jets, and as you might expect, 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, had to play through some sickness and injury, but the Jets really believe in this guy and showed it by upgrading their offensive line in order to get him more protection moving forward.
And here's the game's number 3 all-time rusher. Did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. 35-yard line. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Gore now, running out of the gun. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First and 10. All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a handoff for Gore. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Brought down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on second down, Darnold toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and now it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to kicker Sam Ficken. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
The score, Jets 3, Broncos 0.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Broncos take over.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the nephew of former Super Bowl MVP Mark Rippon from Boise State. This is Brett Rippon.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Rippon on 1st and 10. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Rippon. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's taken down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun is Rippon. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our night's proceedings. So that'll back them up 5.
Still 1st down.
From the gun, Rippon. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there. And it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Rippon to pass. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Jets offense going back to work. And this is a crew, as a team collectively, Charles, 0-3 in the AFC East. Their latest loss, a real clunker, 36-7. They fall in Indy. And Sam Darnold, many expecting, hoping for that year 3 jump. Just hasn't happened as of yet. Against Indy, 3 interceptions, 2 of which were returned for scores.
And that's so demoralizing because when you turn the ball over, you're hoping your defense can help you out. But when you don't even give them a chance because it's been a pick 6 going the other way, that is just brutal on the psyche of a team. These Jets last in passing, last in total offense. Defense is fighting them a little bit. They're about middle of the pack. But in 3 weeks, the first 3 weeks, this team appears to be going nowhere. A lot of injuries, people in and out of the lineup. They can't get any cohesiveness, no continuity. But they do have 2 home games coming up. Short week playing Denver on Thursday night, and then the Arizona Cardinals come to town.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there. 1st down.
26-yard line.
Completion there to Brashad Perriman, and the best part of his game coming out of UCF, his ability to run. A sub-4.4 sprinter. They need him now in New York to replace speedster Robbie Anderson, who signed with Carolina. He's going to take over the outside vertical routes that Anderson provided, and they're hoping for big plays downfield.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 1st down.
Following the penalty, it's Gore. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's complete. It's Gore. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. To the air again. Darnold. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 8.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Again, Darnold. Flush to his right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They run with Gore out of the shotgun, and down he goes at the 49.
There, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throwing quickly, Darnold, that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. 15 yards on the play, first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. On the handoff, it's Gore. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Gore, the ball carrier.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Darnold throwing complete to Crowder, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots down the field.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll try and push it in with Gore. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Darnold. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Darnold. That is into the hands of Perriman. Touchdown, Jets. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Try here for the point after. And it is up.
The kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return is Spencer. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Spencer on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Denver Broncos here. They're coming back out on offense, Charles. But, you know, this is a team right now really struggling. 2020 not starting the way that they had hoped, not by a long shot. Fell to 0-3 with a 28-10 loss to Tampa at home in Week 3. And Jeff Driscoll making his first Broncos start. In for the injured Drew Lock. Didn't really do a whole lot. Threw for 176 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. And he was sacked 5 times.
And probably was happy to go to the bench because he was replaced by Brett Rippon before the game was over. But the week before, he had played pretty darn well. You know, when he had come off the bench when Drew Lock had gotten hurt against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but the momentum didn't keep going, and they continue to struggle. Thursday night's a big one for them against the Jets in the New York, New Jersey area for that game, and then they have to go to New England as well. Not an easy schedule for the Broncos coming up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Rippon. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. Just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And our focus now shifts to Frank Gore. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Gore on the toss right. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Run there by Frank Gore, and he has to be one of the most admired players in the NFL. Started the 2020 season, number 3 all-time on the rushing list, less than 1,400 yards shy of Walter Payton as the season kicked off. Spent a year with Coach Adam Gase in Miami. Now he's hooked back up with him again with the New York Jets.
6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now Gore, handoff left. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Down by Alexander Johnson.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
He was brought down by Alexander.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
47 is the mic, boy. 47.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Darnold got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A gain of 5.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Ficken's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
Broncos 3.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Ball carriers.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Rippon. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Every blade of grass, that allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw it is Rippon. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
3 and out. 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Frank Gore and company trotting back out there as they get set to go again on offense. He's in his own 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Darnold. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
The 48-yard line.
On first down, it's Gore. Able to push his way through. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Michael O.J. Mudia with the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They get this to Hogan on the jet sweep. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run. It's Gore. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now another carry here tonight for Gore. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 22. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered,
the Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Gore. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Darnold completes it. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a third and about 13.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Ficken's kick is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now.
Jets 16. Broncos 3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Denver's offense ready to go again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking to throw on first down is Rippon. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Come on, baby, we gotta do our job. We gotta do it.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Darnold. He's got Gore. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Darnold now to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Catch there by Jamison Crowder. 78 catches, 833 yards, and 6 touchdowns in 2019. Operates very well out of the slot. One of the niftier receivers in the league.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing again is Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Darnold to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Chris Herndon. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Darnold from the gun to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Ficken's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16.
Makes the score Jets 19, Broncos 3.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than when I get expecting up the back. In fact, I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news and I got bad news.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it'll be second down.
Well, Charles, let's step aside, different topic here for a second. Unfortunately, the NFL lost a legend earlier in this first month of the 2020 season. Hall of Fame running back Gale Sayers passed away at 77, and Sayers, the youngest man ever inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, was just 34 years of age when he got that honor back in 1970.
And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
On first down, Gore. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. There goes Frank Gore. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Frank Gore, 36 yards. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
For the point after, Sam Ficken.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Rippon. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, CD, we are 3 weeks into the NFL season, so curious to get maybe your biggest surprise so far. Would it be the Bears at 3-0?
Yeah, I think that's a great candidate for that big surprise team. I think you're right about that, partner, because, look, Green Bay, are we overly shocked? Seattle, overly shocked? No and no. Buffalo, I thought they'd be the AFC East frontrunners anyway. Pittsburgh, they got Big Ben back, and they've got that great defense. But Chicago, so inconsistent on offense, especially in 2 of the first 3 games of the season. Nick Foles took over in their big win in Atlanta, and he'll probably carry them the rest of the way.
He has 7 remaining unbeatens in the NFL after 3 weeks of the regular season.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Rippon. He'll find Lindsey here. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. So that'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Here's Sam Martin now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own
the offense trots back onto the field, and we shine our Madden spotlight on Sam Darnold. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. And he's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
36-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Gore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's Gore now running out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 41.
That's a gain of 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Give them an even 20 yards there on the pickup as a fake punt fooled everybody. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Gore. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brought down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff for Gore. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On 1st and goal, Gore. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Frank Gore. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Ficking on now for the point after.
is now an even 30. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Frank Gore touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Broncos take over 1st and 10.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the
defensively. We always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
2 times. We got 3 down.
Ripping to pass. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, Charles, a little bit ago we talked about the 3-0 teams. How about we flip the script to look at the 0-3 teams? There's 6 of them. The Jets, Texans, Broncos, the Giants, the Vikings, and the Falcons. And then 2 others, by the way, Bengals and Eagles, winless at 0-2-1 after their tie. But I'm curious, any of those, do you think that they still have a chance of playing football in January?
Well, the short answer and the easy answer should be no, right? With this kind of a start, they should be pretty well dead and buried. But I'm going to focus in on the Houston Texans because they've done it before. We've seen it, right? One year they started 1-2, won their division. One year they started 0-3, finished 11-5, and won the AFC South. So they have a history of slow starts, but they know how to turn things around. And when Deshaun Watson's playing quarterback, anything can happen.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now Rippon on 1st and 10. This is the tight end Fant.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And his throw is incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll make it third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Right there. 54, right there.
Rippon looks to throw it again. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with a recipe of the ground game. They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Well, maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Denver defense, they get ready to do battle again here. first and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the handoff, it's Gore. And fights through one man. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, they run. Again, it's Gore. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Darnold. A dump off here for Gore. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Bronco ball carrier.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
At the 34-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's Rippon. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
They will throw on 3rd down with Rippon. He's got his tight end Fant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw it is Rippon. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to K.J. Hamler, the rookie. And it's 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again is Rippon. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 1st down.
Now Rippon. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league with a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Another carry now for Gore. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Gore. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
At the 47-yard line.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now Darnold. That is caught. It's Perriman. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. Darnold finding Perriman there for a New York first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, Gore. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Gore. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's the ex-Florida Gator, Lamichael Pirine. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This one from 46 yards out.
46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will make the lead now 26.
36. Broncos 10.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return is Spencer. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down is Rippon. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jordan Jenkins, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, That threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Rippon on 3rd and long. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
On 1st down, it's Gore. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Gore again here on 1st down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He was brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Gore. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden Whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.